आज के प्रोग्राम में मेरी बातचीत हो रही है श्री रंजीत धालीवाल जी के साथ, जो कि बहुत ही सुलझे हुए तजर्बेकार और ऑनेस्ट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हैं। बहुत ही बढ़िया सर्विसेज आपको देते हैं, दिल लगाकर काम करते हैं और हर सलूशन, हर मुश्किल का सलूशन निकाल के देते हैं। रंजीत जी के साथ आप एक अपॉइंटमेंट बनाकर कभी भी मिलेंगे, आपका हज़ारों डॉलर का फ़ायदा हो सकता है। इनका टेलीफोन नंबर है 416-992-7265, 416-992-7265। रंजीत जी, आप हमें बताएं कि जो रीफाइनेंसिंग के रूल्स हैं, नए रूल्स, वो क्या हैं?
Essentially, the new rule is that when you're refinancing your mortgage, you can go up to 90% of the value of your home. Under the old rules, it used to be that you could go up to 95%. However, in reality, a lot of the times, CMHC or one of the insurers anyway, CMHC or Genworth or AIG, we've seen, depending on the deal and depending on the insurer, sometimes they would drop the value. So if you were saying that the value is $300,000, they might come out with a value of only $270 anyways, and they would give you 95% on that. Whereas now we're hoping that they won't do that. They won't apply these new rules and reduce values, at least that they should give fair values. So essentially that is it. Now, if anybody is interested in refinancing their mortgage, they should try to get the application in before the 19th. That way you can still qualify under the new rules in case under the old rules.
I see. 19th of April is very important day.
Yes.
इससे पहले अगर हम अपनी एप्लीकेशन अप्रूव करवा लेते हैं, then we have no problem.
You have no problem. And also, it's important to, again, tell individuals that even after 19th, it's not the end of the world. There's not that major rule changes.
I know if we come to your office, it's not the end of the world. We know that.
We'll find a solution for you, whatever your situation is.
Okay, Ranjit ji, tell me why and who should refinance their mortgage now?
Now, that is a very valuable question because this is one thing. If you realize that you fall into this category and if you do it, this is something that can immediately start saving you hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. And individuals who are currently at a higher rate mortgage, they should try to figure out if it makes sense for them to pay the penalty to refinance into lower rate mortgages. Even individuals who have done variable rate mortgages over the last 12 to 15 months or so, chances are they're paying a higher variable rate than what we have today. It used to be about 12 months ago, 12, 13, 14 months ago, that you got a rate of as high as prime plus 1.5, even prime plus 1, a lot of the people are in. Yeah. And nowadays we can offer same individuals, you can pay a small penalty and we can offer you a prime minus 50 interest rate. Prime minus 50 basis points or 0.5%. So therefore, the difference is 1.5%. That difference over a 5-year period can become 4.5%. 4.5% of the average mortgage of $300,000 nowadays in the GTA. You're looking at what is that? 4.5% times 300,000. That's $13,500. That's so that's a lot of money. So if you're paying higher rates on a variable, you definitely have opportunities. If you're not locking in, you should be switching into another mortgage. And also other individuals, people that maybe have an excellent mortgage rate, maybe they're even paying 1.35% or 1.5%, but you have other debt where you're paying 10%, 12%, 18%, in some cases as high as 29%. It's important to get refinanced, put everything all into one mortgage. Sometimes people think that they're going to start their mortgage all over again. It's going to be another 35 years. No, it doesn't have to be. We might set it up as a 35-year. What we could do, though, is we could apply all these extra payments that you were making to all those credit cards or lines of credit. We can apply some of them, not maybe if you can afford to all of them, but some of them in towards your mortgage, and chances are your mortgage could be paid off in a lot less time. And I've seen situations where individuals have actually increased the mortgage and then started applying those extra payments that were making on their credit cards and lines of credits. They started applying it to their mortgage, and the mortgage was paid off in some cases in less than 7 years.
Very good idea. Yes. Very, very good idea.
So those individuals should definitely look at refinancing.
All right. Ranjit ji, आखिर में बताएं, Welcome to Canada program क्या है?
The Welcome to Canada program is a program for non-permanent Canadian residents. So these are individuals who are on work visas and so on, where Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation will insure their mortgages for the lender's risk in lending to these types of individuals. There's two issues that rise with them. One is they don't have the long tenure on the job, so they haven't been on the job for a long period of time. And their second issue usually is because they just landed, is they don't have any Canadian credit history. So if that is the case, the requirement for them is a 10% down payment. And what we could do is CMHC will insure them even if they've only been on the job for 3 months, as long as they haven't been on probation, and if they can demonstrate ability that they've had the ability to pay credit or to make payments.
Right.
And these payments don't have to be credit payments. Actually, they don't have to be credit card or loans or anything like that. They could even be maybe they're making regular monthly deposits towards some sort of an investment, or maybe their rent payments, or maybe their telephone bills and so on. And I must say, this particular thing is not only available to newcomers to Canada, and there's no limit to as far as how long they have been in Canada for this. And it can also apply to individuals that just don't have any credit at all. Even if you have zero credit, we can still give you financing up to 90%. In some cases, even 95% if you can demonstrate that you have got a good payment history of any kind.
All right. You should be a good paymaster.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
And people will listen.
प्रोग्राम के आखिर में अपना स्पेशल जो है आज का वो एक बार फिर से बता दें.
Yes, sir. The special is we talked a lot about refinancing under the old rules and how it makes a lot of sense for individuals that are on a higher rate mortgages and individuals that are paying much higher rates on their other debts. It's much better to include all this stuff into your mortgage, much lower mortgage payment. However, in order to do so, you generally have to pay legal fees, and those legal fees could be anywhere from as little as $300-400 upwards of $600-700. And if you're one of the first 20 callers to call today and you refinance your mortgage through us at these ultra low rates, we have rates that are closer to 3.5% on the 5-year. So about 3.64 actually right now. It could be lower by the time you're listening to this show. And we've got variable rate mortgages right now at prime minus 50. So that's around 1.75%. Could be lower by the time you're listening to the show. So do call in. You'll get the lowest rates, and we'll pay for those legal fees for you. There's no service fees for our service to get this thing done for you. And we'll search the entire marketplace to not only find the lowest rates, but also the best terms. So call us. You got to be in the first 20. Even if you're thinking about it in the future, whatever, get yourself in the first 20. Leave your message with your contact details on my voicemail system by calling 416-992-7265. That's 416-992-7265. Be in the first 20 and we'll pay the legal fees.
रंजीत जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आज आने के लिए और तमाम जानकारी देने के लिए. You are doing great job for the community. Please keep it up. We need people like you.
Thank you very much for your encouragement, sir. Always appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great and profitable week.